Hello everyone, this is Final Fantasy XIV on the PS4, and this is my character Alistair Warren. And ignore the, the little monkeys hitting me here. They're pretty low level compared to me. I think I'll be okay. I'm just using them for demonstration purposes. So today specifically, I'm going to go over using a controller on the PS4. You know, if you watch a lot of other content makers for this game who do dungeon runs like Mr. Happy and Miss Tech, you see they use a PC interface with tons of icons. And on the PS4, you're limited to a pretty minimal 16 by default here. You have 8 on the right and 8 on the left, depending on which shoulder button you're holding. And then you go to your action menu here, and then you have I have 17 here for my paladins, just basic class actions. And I want to have access to pretty much all of these when I'm tanking. On top of that, I have another 5 job class actions, and then you have your other ones like your subclass options here, and you know, PvP actions. You know, it can get pretty hectic. So today I'm basically going to be talking about how you can get around this basic limitation of your initial 16 here. Because, you know, you're going to have to be able to adapt and basically be just as effective as a mouse and keyboard player in later dungeons if you want to, you know, have fun with the game, I think. And, you know, as an example here, signs setting marking enemies so that the DPS can kill them in the right order and avoid taking away enmity from you as a tank. You know, that's something that's pretty important. And then of course you have the context sensitive menu, which is the first obvious workaround to this. You basically hit square on the target, and then you can go to any of the menus like the marking menu really quick, and you know, that works alright. You know, there's better ways to do it though. So moving back down to my hot crossbar here, I'm going to show you that I actually have access to additional commands here by hitting combinations of R2 and L2 at the same time. And depending on what order I hit those in, I get access to a total of 16 additional commands immediately on the fly without actually having to manually switch my hot crossbar. Now all these additional commands are actually set to hot crossbar 8, which I'm showing you right now, and L2 and R2 combinations are basically quickly accessing the 2 different sides of that. So in order to set that up, you want to hit your start button, go to your character configuration, and then you want to go down to your hotbar settings here, and then, you know, if you just hit R1 a couple times, you go into specifically the cross hotbar menu. Now if you go through this menu, you'll have a few controls you can look at here, and you might want to just customize and play with to your liking. But the one you want to enable for extra actions on your hot crossbar is this one right here, which is enable expanded controls with the L2 and R2. And by default, it's just set to cross hotbar 8 left and right with the L2 and R2, R2 and L2 buttons respectively. And this is something you want to play with and set up. And then you have this other option here, which is just something kind of on the side here to mention, is that you can set it up so all your D-pad controls are on the left and all your button controls are on the right, if that's something that interests you at all. And then you also have some other controls right below it here, and this is just makes it so you can disable certain crossbars while your weapon is out or seath. And it doesn't completely disable them, but it just prevents it so when you tap the R1 button, it won't let you go to other crossbars by accident, and it'll automatically switch you to the only ones you have activated too when you take out your weapon. And so starting back here, once I see my weapon, I have quick access to another set of commands I can go to just by clicking R1 really quick on the controller by tapping it. And you know, I have emotes and waypoints and stuff I can quickly access, as well as sprint and stuff I wouldn't normally use in battle. So, you know, as an example here, if I choose one of my waypoint commands, I can quickly, you know, just set up waypoints, you know, before a battle, you know, in case I need to set something up for a boss mechanic, for example. And once I take out my weapon, you know, I won't be able to switch back to my hotbar quite as easily. I can tap it all I want, and you know, it's just gonna stay like this because I don't want to accidentally access those other commands during battle and screw everything up. And so one other thing I want to show you here is I can quickly mark enemies really quick with one action command, which is there on my left side up D-pad. And it'll basically mark them in order for me. It'll go 1, 2, 3 in that order. And this is how you set it up. You go to your user macros first, and then you want to ignore this 1, 2, 3, 4. But here, the one with the little sword down here to the left, I have a command set up, which is /mark space attack space T and the little arrows for target. And basically the little MK command stands for marking attack. Normally you would do attack 1, attack 2, or attack 3, but since I didn't say which one, it basically just does it automatic for me. And you basically just set that to your hotbar and you're good to go there. And then you can still manually select your other hotbar by holding R1. You can select any of the numbers here, and that's really easy to do. Another controller tip is to quickly switch between enemies in your enmity window as you hold L1 and press up and down, and it'll just switch between the different targets in your enmity. And vice versa, if you're not holding L1 and you just press up and down, it'll just only go through your party menu. And you know, so just in conclusion, you know, just go into your character options, into your hotbar settings, and just play around with things. And one final thing I might want to mention is I do have some regular hotbars set up to the right of my cross hotbar, and those are basically just set up there so I can keep an eye on my buff cooldowns for my class. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see them unless I switched over to that sub-menu. And you know, to set those up, you just go to your hotbar menu and turn on hotbars 1 and 2 and drag your icons to them. It's pretty simple. Anyways, I hope this video helped you out. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, disliked it. And you can make any comments or suggestions of your own below, or if you have any questions, just let me know. And I will definitely do the best to answer them to the best of my abilities. Anyways, that's it. I'm out.